Alright guys, we're talking windmill today. Tracycarpus Fortunei, or Fortunei, depending on what dialect of Latin you use. Now, when picking a windmill, make sure you pick a very, very healthy, strong green one, dark green, because these windmills were planted at the same time. And this one never looked good from the beginning. It was always small and flimsy, and you could see the difference in growth. They've been here about, I'd say, 3 years, and you can tell the difference. So when picking a windmill, like, look at the stalk, trunk on that. Thick, hardy, huge plant. Bunch of seed pods coming out. And then when you come over here and you look at this one, big difference. It's alive, it's healthy, it's growing, but it didn't grow nearly as well as that one over there. So make sure when you pick a windmill, you pick a strong, healthy one. Dark green. You want dark green. There's a lot of windmills out there that look really yellow. They have a deficiency, so don't mess with the yellow looking ones. I'll show you a yellow one over here, because all these windmills were put in at the same time. This one over here, same time. Look how huge, taller than the truck. And then you got this row over here of three here, and they all look good. They all look real good. But this one was very yellow, well, lime green, so he's having some type of deficiency here, whereas the other ones are very dark green and they look stronger. Look at these flower pods. Wow, huge. So yeah guys, just Tracycarpus, be careful when you pick one out. Pick a strong one, because these trunks are very susceptible to getting fungus and moisture trapped in them. So choose well guys, choose wisely. And here's another example. Both windmills were planted at the same time. That one's nice and healthy, very tall. This one, terrible. Never really got going. Not even taller than the fixture here. Very yellow, very lime greenish. So, it's fine, it's growing, but if you're gonna plant two next to each other, you're gonna want them to match, like those guys. Dang it, can't see it. Deciduous always in my way. But you've got two over here that match just fine when you plant them on two sides of the building. Let me get around this deciduous trash. Gosh. And you got some really nice evergreens over here. Evergreens. Windmills. They are evergreens, but that's not what we call them, right guys? You could see that one's a little shorter. So unless you want an offset looking entrance, you got to get two similar ones. You can't have one ugly one and one nice looking one. Both of these look really nice, so they match okay. Big crowns, but you can tell the difference between those two. Even the Tracycarpus at my house. I have this curved one that I transplanted from an old bar that was getting tore down, and it had a huge crown, and of course I cut it all. It'd never been trimmed. I have a video linked to when I first got it. and it hasn't recovered as good as one that I purchased, you know, in a pot, much smaller, and of course now it's so much bigger. So you could see how big this one's gotten. This was tiny. If you look back at my old videos, it was like maybe here. So that's where she is now. And this one is just out of control growing. At one time, this Washingtonia was the same size. And I was like, who's gonna grow faster? And the Tracycarpus is actually winning at this point by a lot. So please tell me I'm not the only one that does this. Flips them all forward. Please tell me there has to be others that sit and do this to their palms. Oh, those ones didn't go. But you know what I mean? Like, see these new ones? All they need is a little dit, a little dit, a little dit, and now boom. That leaf is almost looking oh, what do we got here? A little duck, a little duck. Oh, that's getting too tall. We got some more. Please tell me I'm not the only one that sits and does that all day.